Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome to part 1 of Valiant Hearts The Great War. Now I know that I was going to move on to something like Space Marine or The Walking Dead, but I've just finished this game on the Xbox One and I own it on my Xbox 360 as well. So I thought I would play through this instead, just for various reasons. One of the biggest that you might hear is the music. I absolutely adore the music in this game. But one of the other things that I enjoy about this game is that it doesn't shy away from the brutality of war. And that is one of the other reasons why I've chosen to play it over the other games that I have, that you could say to a degree glorify violence. And yeah, I think that this game is quite a meaningful game and really something that I think a lot of people should sit down and play through at least once in their life, which I think is a big thing to say for a video game. So without further ado, we'll get into Valiant Hearts The Great War.
August 1st, 1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them.
So this is kind of like a, I don't know, like an action puzzle game.
A few days after Karl was deported, the war was hungry for more and took away Emil as well. A heavy-hearted Emil was called up to fight and left the farm for Saint Mihiel. Like so many others, he had no idea what fate had in store for him.
So while I was quiet there, you might have picked up what I meant about the music. It's very emotive. The game is basically sort of like on rails, so you're sort of just corralled into areas that you need to go through and progress. Now, at this point in the top right corner, you'll see there's exclamation mark with books and a little Y. So if you press Y, it will bring up these facts. Again, this is another reason why I like this game, because unlike Call of Duty or all of those games where you get to be like the kick-ass, nothing goes wrong and you're the hero kind of story that you're given, this presents reality. So this first fact is on war is declared. And these are in partnership with the Mission Centenaire which I believe is basically the French centenary of World War One, which is where, of course, this game is set. The next one down is the barracks and the regiment. Then on the railways, and the debacle of August 1914. And then, of course, there's collectibles that can be found throughout the game. So I'll pick those up where I find them and where I can remember them. But otherwise, probably what I'll do is with these facts, I'll just show them like this, and hopefully they'll be clear enough on screen to read by yourselves. I won't read them myself. But if at a later date you guys would like to have these actually read to you by me, I'm happy to replay through the game and read them. So, we'll get back into it. So, obviously we're in our underwear, getting prepared to uniform up. And now we're in our uniform. And then this is sort of how the game directs you to what you need to do. So I can't go back into the building. This guy is trying to tell me there's something to the left, which is obviously this trumpeter. Now, there will be sections of the game where I will need to sort of like repeat stuff. It's mainly where there's like quick time events, so that's the first item that needs to be picked up. And if you're playing it yourself, just, you know, when you get to things like this, just try to make sure that you pick up an extra grenade or whatever. You're always limited to just the one. So if you need to pick up another item that's not a collectible, you will generally drop what you are currently carrying.
My dear Marie, we are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is strangely cheerful. I hope that the harvest goes well. Rely on our neighbors for help. They've always been gracious and charitable people. I'll write again as soon as I get my assignment. Please kiss my little grandson for me.
At the train depot in Paris, trying to reach his regiment at Platform 21, Emile would meet the man he would soon fight alongside. The man who would come to be his truest friend.
So at this point, we've now been introduced to three of the characters. Carl, who is Emile's son-in-law. Emile, who we currently are. And I think this guy's name is George. The other main character that we get to kind of use in this game, we meet much later.
La plus craque, pas pour moi. Pas de moi, petit canon blanc.
So you need to swap items around, and that will get you into the next areas. So you get the band to play, it unlocks the next area, which isn't that neat. It's just always make sure you look around for collectibles, and the game will try to guide you which way you're meant to go. One of the other things is that they tend to show you on the side there what the collectibles are as a shadow. So if you can decipher what they are, that will help you. Oh, maybe it's not George, maybe it's Freddy. So it's those good old names.
Thank you very much. I'm
Freddy.
Well, what are you listening? Good luck, my friend.
August 21st, 1914. Emil's regiment was sent to fight against the 71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Bataillon, en avant, au bas.
So obviously we're a standard bearer at the moment. Remember, particularly for us New Zealanders, and I suppose for many other troops that fought in this war, they went off believing that it was going to be an adventure. That particular thing, that's my fault. When this stuff is... Still talking, not paying attention. As the shells come down, they produce shadows, so you're able to see where they're going to hit. So just try to ease up. Ease up before they hit, or flip past them as quickly as you can. Now there will be the odd one that sort of glitches, so it will go off and you won't actually be hit by anything, but it might still kill you. And again, not paying attention. Obviously, don't run into the machine gun fire. So that the handy thing with it is it shows you down the bottom what it looks like, so you sort of know how to avoid it.
Miss Marie Chillon. Private Emile Chillon, from the 150th Infantry Regiment, was wounded by enemy fire on August 21st. He has been captured by the enemy. Hopefully, you shall receive news from him soon.
Can you imagine how devastating that would be?
Freddy, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery hid a man already devastated by the war's effects. A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life. It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Wolf.
So, what I will do is I will just finish it here, because like other previous videos, I'm reluctant to have these going for too long, so I'm going to try to aim for sort of 10-15 minute bursts, just so that we don't get back into the habit of doing sort of like 25-30 minute or even longer videos, just because I feel it's easier for you, it's easier for me, and if we're both not suffering, then I think that's for the greater betterment of all. So thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope to see you for the next one. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.